It's your boy Ricky Williams giving y'all video number 2 in this Mayweather versus Pacquiao series. This is going to be Pacquiao in his worst showing in recent years, him against Juan Manuel Marquez. Everybody knows how this fight ended. I'm not going to even get into that. What I'm going to get into again is the things that are habits with these fighters, the things that they do throughout each fight where it can make a difference at. So let's get into it. First thing I want to start off with, it's something a lot of people don't pay attention to. And I didn't, in all honesty, when until it was brought to my attention. It's something that Pacquiao has problems with. And you'll ask me why and how, but as I've been watching him in different fights, especially the Juan Manuel Marquez fights, what Marquez likes to do is establish what's called lead hand dominance, right? What does that mean? That means Marquez likes to make sure he has his lead hand, his jab hand, the hand he jabs with out in front. What that does is it actually does two things. The most important thing it does is it improves his timing and responds to Pacquiao's movements in and out. So when that lead jab is out, and as you guys can see, Manny Pacquiao is more of a up and down defense. He doesn't really, as far as his hands, have a lead hand out. He's kind of up and down, straight up and down when with his hand position. So what that does, I'm gonna do it slow here, is allow if he throws first, but also if Manny Pacquiao rushes in, for him to be able to get that punch out there quicker to meet him. Right now, again, what that does is first give Marquez basically a little cushion. I like to say it's a little cushion to respond. But when Manny Pacquiao also sees this lead hand dominance, it makes him a little bit more jittery. I like to say he gets a little bit more anxious. He's trying to bounce in and do exactly what you see right here is get inside that lead hand, right? That's what it causes him to do. It makes him, in all honesty, a little more aggressive than he's comfortable being, or than he wants to be at a certain time, right? Okay. So shout out to my boy Corey Cunningham. He showed me that, and it makes a huge difference in the way Pacquiao engages into a fighter. That lead hand dominance again, he'll have that lead hand out to essentially counter him with a jab whenever he's coming in too fast for him, for Marquez. He'll stick that jab out, stop him in his tracks, as you heard. A million trainers say, stay on that stick. That's what that does. It allows you to get that stick out faster. Okay. Um, Point number two on this is something that Manny Pacquiao, and a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it, but you guys know me, I could care less about conventional thinking, which is really in this case unreal thinking, right? Is this shot right here. Let me rewind that so you can see. As I see, I got a little more experience with this quick book recording, quick time recording, right? Right there. Now, I put this out into a forum we have on Facebook, and a guy told me, I said, Manny really doesn't like it to the body. And he said, what fighter does? No fighters like it to the body. And you know what? That's the truth. But Manny really doesn't like getting hit to the body. It kind of affects him, and his defense makes his defense worse than it really is, because when he gets hits to the body, he already keeps his hands extremely low when he throws. Um, so what this does, it makes him even more conscious. So he actually keeps his hands down more, which leaves him open for more open shots. Okay, the most this it to me is important, the most vital, the biggest gap in Manny Pacquiao's game altogether is whenever he throws, he drops his hands, right? Counting on that 1-2 to come through, right? This is something he does all the time, guys. This is not a one in a lifetime shot. This is something he does every time. If you watch and you know Manny Pacquiao, you know he has a favorite go-to combination. It's either the 1-2 or the 1-1-2. What that is he throws two right jabs or one right jab to set up that left hand, right? But every time he does this, every time he does this, I'm going back here just to show you it's not an anomaly, right? Every time he does this, look, right? Even though he scored with that shit, well, not really, but even though it looked like he scored with that shot, look where his hands is at. Look where his offhand is at, guys. Right? He's open for counters all the time. It's not just some of the time, it's all of the time. Right? And that's not even the one I wanted to show you guys. The other one I wanted to show you is up. So this is, I found another one. This is three. This is three. Him doing the same thing every time. Now, the thing is that if you're in front of an inferior fighter, someone who can't match your speed or time you, of course you're going to be able to get away with it, right? But if you're in front of a fighter who has the capabilities and the know-how, right? Again, he drops his hands, right? Ask any trainer or any fighter, anyone that's been in the ring, anyone that's boxed. The number one rule as far as your defense here is when you throw, you should be holding the phone with your offhand. What do I mean when I say hold the phone? Meaning your offhand should be up, protecting your chin. And he never does this, guys. So again, if you have a fighter with the capacity and the length and the know all to counter this guy, it's gonna be open season. It's open for you no matter what. Again, look, watch. He throws, even though Kenny Bayless is in the way. You can see. Look, he's bringing his hand up, coming back, but right there, his hand is down. This is a fatal flaw for this guy. How does he get away with it? He's fast on his feet. Again, I'm not gonna say he has great footwork. He has fast footwork, meaning if he's in there with a fighter who can't time or can't match his speed, he's able to get in and out of there before he's countered. But he's going up against a different beast, and I think this is the big difference between him beating Floyd Mayweather, guys. But I might be wrong. Again, for me to say Manny Pacquiao doesn't have a chance, that would be ignorant of me. He could catch Floyd with something. Floyd can not prepare correctly and be off his game. I mean, Manny Pacquiao could bring something new out of the tube, but we never seen. But I can only go on the video of the fights I have watched this guy throughout recent years. In all his recent fights, he does the same thing. Again, you see his hands coming up. Look, before they switch angles, look at that. right? It's consistent, hand down on the feint, right? Again, if Marquez was just a little longer, if he had a little better time, and he would have caught him. This is no matter what. Whenever he engages forward, look, where's his hand at, guys? Down around his waist. This is consistent. If I'm wrong, tell me. Look where his hand is. Down around his waist. Look. Look, even with the patty jab, look where is his hand at? In all honesty, all this really takes to catch him is you move your head slot and counter. Move your head slot and counter. That's all I got, guys. Next Friday I'll have up, or next weekend I'll have up Mayweather's worst showing or best showing in recent fights, and Mayweather's worst showing, and then a conclusion video. That's all I got, guys. It's me, Ricky Williams. I'm out.